When it comes to shopping online for figure arts, there's a lot of places that I like to go, and I've listed them here all the time. But if there's one spot that I really like to go to get a great deal on some stuff, it's Mercari. From time to time, I go on there to see if I can find some good deals on some figure arts that I'm missing, that don't have to be brand spanking new, but they can basically be like new and in great condition. While I was stumbling on there, I did see one figure that caught my eye. And of course, you see the title who we're reviewing anyway, so you already know. Well, we got Kid Krillin. Basically, I found him in very great condition for about 55 bucks, but thanks to you guys using my referral code, which is also down below and it will give you a $10 discount on any item, I was able to get this guy for a lot cheaper, and honestly, I'm very glad I have it, and you guys already know what time it is. We're going ahead and getting into the review and unboxing this man. And as always guys, while we're getting into the unboxing, don't forget to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button and bell notification today if you want to keep up with any figure reviews, news, or any other content. Now let's go ahead and go. So here is the Kid Krillin box, and I gotta say, this looks really great. When it came to OG Dragon Ball, Krillin was one of my top 3 favorite characters in that series. And I gotta say, right out the bat, looking at the figure from the box, it looks really great. Obviously on the front, you have him charging up a Kamehameha, which he does come with a really big Kamehameha wave effect, which you can see right here. And on the back, you can see some of the poses that he does, the different faces he comes with, and him using the Kamehameha. But enough looking at the box. Let's go ahead and open it up. Bam! And here we go. Alright, so we have some stuff to unbox here. So I will say off the bat, he does come with a great amount of accessories. And those accessories are 2 different head sculpts, 4 pairs of hands and 1 extra hand, his Kamehameha effect, a Dragon Ball, a rock, and he comes with a figure art stand. Alright, let's go ahead and take him out the box. I will say, even though this Krillin's really small, he does look really great. As you can see on the front and the back of his gi, he has the Turtle Hermit School logo. Obviously, since this is a little bit of an older figure, he has a little bit of like the older, just, you know, traditional 2.0 articulation. But yeah, anyways, enough looking at the details of him. Let's go ahead and mess around with the articulation and see how it is. So we're going to go ahead and just move the arms up and see how high they go. And these are how high his arms go. So when it comes to his arms bending, they do bend pretty normally, just like any other small figure. So when you move his arm forward, it's not like all the other Gokus where like his sleeve is like detached. It's part of his arm. So that's pretty good. When it comes to his leg, just like I said, any traditional 2.0 figure, this is how far you can go. So with his legs moving forward and backward, they do have a great range. Since he is a smaller figure, in terms of his legs bending, they're not going to have as much range as your other like traditional figure arts that are a little bit bigger. But given his size, these are pretty good for that. And when it comes to his shoe, they are on a ball joint. When it comes to his foot articulation, this is how far his toes go up. So we're going to go ahead and mess around with the ab crunch to see how it is. For the ab crunch, it's really great. The only thing, just to mind you, is you are going to see this big gap here. But if you have like a 2.0 Vegeta figure, you know exactly how this is because they all do the same thing as this. When it comes to his abs, this is how far they go, which is not too bad, honestly. You can also see that it has a little joint right here for his abs. In terms of his neck articulation, obviously it is just a standalone stiff neck, so all you can do is really rotate the head and move the head to the side. And of course his head goes full 360. But yeah, given this figure's size, it's really not that bad in terms of articulation. I mean, he's small, so of course you're going to have a little bit of limitation with it, but still, for what it is, it's good. But alright, now that we are done with the articulation, we're going to go ahead and move on to look at the head sculpts. So here is this normal face that he comes with right out the box. To take the head off, it's just a small little nudge to take it off like that. Now this is his comical smirking face, and honestly I think this is my favorite face out of the set. It just looks really funny and definitely in line with just Krillin in this anime. And here is the last head that he comes with. This is basically where he's like in his fighting mode, he's screaming, he's doing his Kamehameha and stuff like that. But yeah guys, these are the heads he comes with. Let me know which one is your favorite down below, but me personally, I do like this one the most. But now that we're done with the head sculpts and everything, let's go ahead and move on to the best part, which is the posing. So here we have Krillin in just a normal standing pose. He honestly looks really great. And here we have him holding up the 6-star Dragon Ball doing the peace sign. Now I gotta say, the Dragon Ball that does come with it looks honestly really nice. It's just a nice little addition to the set. So all I did was change up his pose a little bit and I changed out his head. So now he's holding up the rock with his smirking face. And honestly, this looks really funny. I'm very tempted to keep him in this position, but I do already know which one I'm going to have him in when it comes to displaying him. So we're going to go ahead and get onto that later. So here we have him doing one of his fighting positions where he's in the air and he's getting ready to lunge a punch at you. And here I have him doing another fighting pose, which he is getting ready to do a high kick. Here we have him charging up his Kamehameha beam, and the next and final pose, you're going to see I'm going to have a couple different angles of it, but it's going to look really great. And for the last and final pose, we have him shooting out his Kamehameha, and oh my god, man, it looks so freaking epic. This is honestly one of the best poses you can do for this Krillin. I'm just going to say that hands down. It just looks really great. It just recaptures the entire memory of that anime from when he does do it, and it just looks so good overall. But now that we're done with the posing, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our final thoughts about this Krillin figure. So what are my final thoughts on the S.H.Figuarts Kid Krillin figure? Honestly, if you are an avid fan of the OG Dragon Ball, this is a must get. If you are able to find him, which I do recommend checking out Mercari, I will have the link down below to that. And also you do get a $10 coupon when you do sign up. If you can find him on Mercari for cheap, I recommend getting him. Or if you can find him off of eBay or wherever for a decent price, I would recommend doing so. Because honestly, this Kid Krillin figure is really great. Given the size of this figure, he comes with a lot of accessories. For a small figure of his size, he's also really well articulated. He has a lot of just great details overall about him. And like I said before, he is just a great collection to have if you're building up an OG Dragon Ball collection. Earlier, in terms of the articulation, the only thing that he has wrong with him is if you do bend his abs inward a little bit too much, it's going to have that big gap just like any other 2.0 Vegeta Figuarts, but that's really about it. He articulates very well in every way. His arms go out a lot. You have a lot of room for just crunching and like different poses and everything. His legs are really great too. Just him overall as a figure for that size is great. I genuinely just don't have any complaints about him. He just looks really well, and especially in that Kamehameha pose, because oh my god, it looks so freaking good. But yeah, like I said, he's a must get. For the ranking, this Krillin is getting a 9.5 out of 10. If he just didn't have that little bit of annoyance with the ab crunching going inward and having like that gap just like the Vegeta figures, this would just be a perfect 10 out of 10 for sure. But yeah, like I said, if you're not even doing that pose, then honestly you have no problems. I will be putting the link to Mercari down below, that way you guys can sign up and get your $10 coupon, and you can also use it just on anything. It doesn't have to specifically be Figuarts, you can use it for whatever you want. But if you are in the market for S.H.Figuarts, dude, Mercari has you covered because there are so many listings for just different S.H.Figuarts, even the newest Figuarts that just came out, the Lowest Born Saiyan Goku. And if you guys do sign up, I also do get credits as well, and it does help out this channel a lot because it makes it easier to find other Figuarts that I don't have, and I can get reviews out to you guys. So if you do use it, let me know down below, and I appreciate you so much for that. But yeah, like I said, 9.5 out of 10 for the Krillin. But that's going to be it for the video today, guys. So if you want, leave a like, drop some feedback down below. Let me know if you guys have this Krillin, or if you do end up finding him and deciding you want him, also let me know down below. And just like that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notification to stay updated with these figure reviews or content. And like that, I'm the Crazy J, and I'll see you guys in the next review.